How y'all doing?
What's
I'm
up,
blessed,
Vince?
man. How's Central Florida treating you?
Man, it's been good and bad.
Tell me what's up.
So, I've only been doing this for about 6 months now, and I probably done had every situation in the past 6 months. Um, so I was driving for dollars probably a couple weeks ago, and I have like these door handles that I put on houses, right?
Mhm.
So I put one on there. Lady calls me a week later. She's like, "Hey, I want to sell this property. I don't want to go through a realtor, blah blah blah, the whole spiel." I go on the appointment. She wants 230. I said, 230 will be tough. Can we do 200? She said, can we do 215? So we end up doing 215. I get on the contract, right? So I put it on like the groups and everything. And long story short, I didn't get really no hits. So after a couple of days, I know if it's a deal or not. I didn't put houses on there. You know when it's a deal.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
like, I got people that say, hey, I can do 215, I can do 210. That's why I wanted to get to 200.
Yeah.
Went back to her. I was supposed to get the keys that day. They put the lockbox, put the with the property. I was like, Miss, can you please, can we just talk about maybe coming to 200 so we get this done by the end of this month? You want this to get done? This is what we're gonna do. We don't have to worry about cleaning the house out. You don't have to worry about repairs, blah blah. She gets furiated. Oh, I'm not gonna, and you know how you always do. You blame it on the third party. My partners want to bring it down. This, that, and the third. She's going infuriated. If y'all can't do 215, I'm not doing a deal. This is crazy. Won't. And I told her, I texted her, I said, hey, give me some time. I'm gonna try to get the 215.
Mm-hmm.
Just that same day, I literally met another wholesaler who has a relationship with a hedge fund. That hedge fund comes in for, I put it on the contract for 215. They want 240 for it, right? So then I call her like, hey, we can do the 215. She's like, oh well, I signed with a realtor. And I'm like, she said the realtor said I can get 250. The ARV is 320. And I'm like, no, it's not. I'm
Yeah.
like, that realtor just bring you in just to get commission and she's gonna she's gonna play games with you. Long story short, um, she's being like stubborn about we're still under contract. Like
Mm-hmm.
we did our part on the contract. Now it's
Is
time
there EMD on there, Vince?
EMB's on there, the inspection, and this is the thing I did next. I used to play basketball, so one of my coaches, he's with a law firm. He sends a letter out to their address. The whole real estate letter. Basically, you got to go through with the contract. You signed it,
Mm-hmm.
and then he has the clauses in there where, you know, so send that out to her. That was just on Monday, so I called her today. And so she's like, saying, basically, she was saying, oh, I know you tried hard to get this done. Try to give me like the soap story. Well, Open Door is going to give me 272. And I'm like, Open Door is not giving you 272. She's like,
Yeah.
well, and so basically, she's like, well, I'm not going to go back and forth. I'm like, Miss, you signed the contract. So she said, I'm not going to go through this and hangs up on me.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
While I'm listening to y'all right now, she calls me back. I didn't pick up because I'm up to here. So she
Okay.
leaves me a message. Oh well, let me look at the document I signed one more time because she must have got the letter in the mail. She didn't say anything about it to me while I was on the phone with her. So my thing is, you know, what do I do next? Do I file a memoranda? Do I just like I'm trying to figure out
So Vince, let me ask you this: you're a hedge fund buyer. Have you confirmed they're like for real? Like, have you done
like
paperwork with them?
like we're so serious to where the guy sent me the HOA information, the title that's going through, the title sent the paperwork for the seller to fill out. Um, and like they said, they got like each day they got a date for the inspection for the 26th. They want to do this by this date. They want to close by the 4th. Like
Open Door's offering like 270. He's
Yeah.
probably got a decent deal at 215.
Yeah.
Do you know who the realtor is?
that's what I was going to ask her. I never really got. Every time we talk, I never asked her.
Okay. So let me explain this. You should first of all patrol to see if she puts the property on the open market with the realtor.
I mean, Zillow, Realtor.com. Is there anything on those websites right now?
No, and that's why I don't understand how
Okay.
someone's going to offer you two.
She might have not signed with a realtor.
Yeah.
She might be bluffing with you.
She could be bluffing because I'm telling you, in your position, if you have a legitimate contract and a realtor was informed of that,
That's what I'm saying.
they will get their clock clean.
Even if they're like, hey, you know what? I think Vince is a terrible person. He's
Yeah.
the worst guy in the world. I still, if I'm a realtor, I'm still not going to sign because
I wouldn't do it unless you showed me
it's a waste of time,
a
man.
cancellation of contract, because the realtors are held not only by contract law, which would be tortious interference. We have realtors do it all the time.
This is like you signing a contract knowing it's already on the market and you're not wanting to deal with a realtor. You would never do that.
Right.
I think she's bluffing. If she doesn't give you the realtor, she's bluffing. Kind of like the attorney thing before.
So I can tell you what she's going to challenge you on, though, because I've been through this.
Yeah.
She's going to challenge you on your ability to close on it. And that's what you got to be rock solid confident on. Because if you don't have the ability to perform, say that hedge fund falls through, and you're kind of back to square one.
And
because I get it, dude. I've done this. You ask for a discount because you get feedback. I get it. You did the right thing.
right.
We run the risk. They blow up and she gets all upset. I get it. And then you come back and they go, okay, we'll move forward. And then everybody else wants to pay, 250, 270. And, here you are. So always, you just got to try to work with the seller. I know she's a pain in the butt, but she feels like you kind of baited and switched her. And you just got to try to smooth that out, reinforce to her that you have a legitimate contract. And I would you already have it with a title company, right?
Right. It's already like everything. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
So have your title company start doing some of the dirty work for you, having her call her, go, hey, we're scheduled to close. I just, I need some more information from you if she's got a mortgage and a payoff.
right.
Because I can tell you, she's going to probably go, okay, dude, Vince is for real. He's got a title company. They have an expectation for me to close. It's legit. Here's the problem with the recording of the affidavit. Like this is kind of your first deal, correct?
Yeah. This is my
Okay.
first.
I don't want it to blow up on you because there is a risk when you record an affidavit that you could be countersued for damages. And the only reason they could get you if they could prove the ability you didn't have the ability to close on the contract. That's your only risk factor. Yes, can you do it? It clouds title and somebody wants to go through there, and you can use that as a last resort because it doesn't really cost you anything. But I always try to work with the seller. I get it. You upset, you ruffled them. I've done it thousands of times. So I would try to save face on that. And then I would work with your title company. And especially if the title company has a lawyer, go and listen, can you guys help me either compose an email, and email's fastest if she has an email, or
Right.
pick up the phone and call her and just start confirming it. And my title company goes, listen, we have a legit contract here. It takes two parties to cancel a contract, not one. That's the whole purpose of the contract.
Right.
Remember, at the end of the day, you got to get her to go to closing.
Right.
So here's a Hail Mary for you, okay? If you can verify that your title company is not your title company, your hedge fund buyer is locked and loaded, offer her a little bit more money as a thank you, I apologize. Maybe $2,000 or $3,000 extra, or pay for her closing costs, something like that. But at the end of the day, you got to win the seller over. Yes, you can bring out the slapping stick, but once you do that, it's ugly. It's you're never. So most people don't know when you record an affidavit, the purpose is to have them move forward and close with you. But most of the time there's another buyer involved and they offer you a settlement. So are you okay in the 3 months down the road, she just gives you $2,000 or $3,000 to go away? Because that's what they're going to try to do with the affidavit. So I'm just going to let you know what the end of it is. So try to work with her. You can record the affidavit. And by the way, you can withdraw your affidavit too. But I'm just, I've been challenged on 2 affidavits. I'm very, very careful. Make sure you have an earnest money deposit and you have an escrow letter and you have a title company that's backing you up when you do it. And I prefer if you can have your title company record the affidavit for you so you don't screw up the title for yourself. But try to work with her. So you got to work with the seller. You got to work with the title company. And you got to work with your buyer and just try to save the deal. Welcome to wholesaling. This is normal. It's one of the risks when we renegotiate. It is what it is.
Yeah. In the back of my mind,
I think you got a really good deal. I just remember we cannot make our sellers that you can get them to sign a contract, but then you got to dance with them to get them to kind of the prom. And if she's not going to dance, you're going to have to put on some tap shoes.
But the thing is she sent me, like I said, if all this was true, what she was telling me, why would you call me back saying, "Hey, let me look over the documents that I signed"?
I know, but listen, so like, Vince, are you married? You got a girlfriend?
No,
Whatever.
I'm not married. Not married.
Congratulations, you're ahead of the game. So you have to kind of get it's
Oh
like
my
if you get in a
Lord.
fight with someone, especially like family. You ever get in a fight with family? It's
Right,
like,
right.
I hate you. You just gonna have to find a way to make up with her. If you can make up with her, the whole deal saved. So I would try that one first.
Okay.
Then I would do the title company, and then I'd be
Yeah.
chasing your end buyer down to really lock them down.
Okay.
I mean,
Suggestions?
the truth is, dude, sellers decide to get out of someone due to a lack of trust or money. This is mostly money, but sometimes a little lack of trust. I would call the title company tomorrow morning. I'd probably call the seller back and just explain it.
Especially if she just called you.
Yeah, I would probably call the title company and say, "Hey, I have a seller who's trying to go to other offers. Have you established a connection with them? Have the title person call them. They say, "Hey, we're ready to buy the property. You know, Vince is ready to go. All this stuff." It makes them seem like, "Oh shoot, this is legit. Title's being ran. All this stuff." We make our title company call the day we get the thing locked up, and they have to call like twice a week.
Okay.
Because you're like, oh shoot, this is legit. Yeah. She's trying to test you, man, to see if you're legit or not. If that title company calls them,
go ahead
and have them call. One other thing I do, Vince. How much of an EMD did you leave?
250.
250. So I'm probably not going to scream. I left 250. You know, no. Hey, dude, you have plenty though. That is plenty to show that
$1.
You only need $1. But what I want you to do is get a letter from the title company, basically showing that you have the earnest money in.
It's called an escrow letter.
An escrow letter. So don't scream how much escrow money, but make sure they write an escrow letter and then send that to her. Basically, hey, Vince whatever home buyers has his escrow in place. Everything's like locked in. Oh shoot, this is real, right?
Okay.
That's what I would do.
I think you have a high probability. Let me ask you, Vince, was she okay until you did the price change with everything?
She loved me. I built rapport.
Okay, so you already know. So I
was sitting in the living room.
I know. Well,
then just on the second visit. She
okay. Go repair it. Like it is always a risk when you go back and renegotiate that they can blow up the contract. So understanding that, just go in and just try to work with and repair it. And you know how to pull the guns out. We've already given you a sequence of events, and you know what to do in the worst case scenario. I think she'll work with you.
That's it.
She just got to reestablish the trust.
So basically, just call her back tonight. Let her know, we got
as soon as you get off this call. Don't let time is your enemy.
Now, man. Go.
Time is your enemy because
Vince, you got this. Call it. You're good.
And like you said, just call her. Basically, just what's the word I'm looking for?
Title's being ran, escrow's in. I'm ready to go.
I'm going to follow through my agreement. I apologize. I asked for a price change. I'll go ahead and move forward with the contract as we agreed upon. I apologize for any inconvenience. Just man up, do it, and just let her know.
How much is it locked up for right now?
215.
215. That's what so you weren't trying to reduce it to 215. It's already locked up for 215. Dude, keep it. You're fine.
Yeah. Get her back on board. You got it. Like this is the norm, by the way. This like I could tell you it happens to us all the time.
That's why I wanted to make sure it was the norm, because I'm like, man, this is like I've been getting like every type of situation.
Vince, let's do this. Are you ready? Call her right now and kind of discuss it. Hey, I'm ready to close, whatever. I'm sorry for it. If you have any more questions, let's just meet at the house and talk it over. And I'll kind of show you everything. And then before you meet at the house, you're getting that escrow letter, you're getting everything. Yeah. And then guess what you're going to do before you go meet them? Title company's going to call. You're going to have escrow letter in hand. Like you're going to have everything you need. And just if she wants to just talk to you in person, that wasn't the right thing, Vince. Let her say whatever. Talk to her in the eye and just show you're caring. Say, I'm sorry, we'll go through with this price.
Yeah, because remember, it's easy to reject people over the phone.
Right.
It's almost impossible.
Yeah. So if you look someone in the eye with care, you're good, man. So, dude, it's getting late. Call.
All right, man.
Call her until you got a solution to the problem and meet her in person, and I almost guarantee you'll save the deal.
All right.
On the phone, it's a little bit more work, but
you got this, man.
You got it. It's the norm.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right.
Okay. Let us know how it works out.
Y'all take it easy, man.
All right.